Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
Special thanks to our sponsors, H&R Block and D. Scott Smith. For more information on H&R Block of Albany, Corvallis, Lebanon, and Kaiser, call 541-928-6432. And for more information on Influence Creation of Credibility by D. Scott Smith, go to dscottsmith.com. Good morning, everybody. Woo, it's a crazy morning this morning. I am ready to roll, though. Welcome, everybody, to Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie, where we're making adjustments on the fly. You know, that is the beautiful thing about live streaming. It's live, and life is happening. And so I am so blessed this morning to have my super great friend, Ingor van Rooi, join me, and I'm super excited for that. That's going to happen in just a moment here. She'll be on. She'll make me look way better, and we'll get everything in order here shortly. That's why we got this admin, right? She's got it for me, so it's all going to be good. Anyway, I wanted to just remind you that I'm here on Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie, every Monday and Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Yes, I remember that. 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time every Monday and Thursday. And we're here to encourage and inspire you. You know, my purpose and my goal in life is to encourage and inspire you to live a purpose-driven life of significance. And what does that mean? I want you to be a world changer. I want you to be a difference maker. I want you to do the incredible things God has created you to do. So today, we're going to do all that we can to inspire you and encourage you. Ingor will be on. We'll talk. It'll be great. Yes, and I didn't actually say my name is Russ Hedge, and I love to connect with people, and I want to connect with you if I haven't. My goal this year is to connect with at least 1,000 new people, and it sounds like a daunting number, but really it's less than 3 people a day. I don't know if you can get a half person, but anyway, it's less than 3 people a day, and so that I'm already blowing that out of the water. I'm having so much fun connecting with new people. So if you want to connect with me, go to russhedge.com. That's russhedge.com. I would love to connect with you and just get to know you. So there you go. Also, I wanted to remind you that I'm also on the air every Wednesday morning with my good friend D. Scott Smith with The Experience Live with Russ and Scott. Now, that is a great show talking about the experience of life. And we have a couple new things around that I wanted to remind you about. Number one, 6:30 a.m. Before that show starts on Instagram, we do an Instagram live with our friend Shree. So it's Scott and I and Shree out of Houston, Texas, and we do a great live on Instagram. So if you love Instagram, then you need to join us there. Going to grab a drink of water here. Okay, so the next thing after 7 a.m. show, we have a 10:30 mastermind all around live streaming. If you love live streaming, and you love watching, you love doing, you want to be able to live stream, or you're an experienced live streamer, our mastermind is for you. It's a place, a community to build each other up, to grow, to learn. It's an incredible place. And we got a great group. We'd love to have you join. So you can go to russhedge.com or dscottsmith.com to get more information on that. So, I think I've covered all the most important things other than what you see behind me. My book, Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose. If you don't have your copy, go to Amazon today and pick it up. It is a great, inspiring book that will encourage you and give you a little insight on me as well. You can just go to Amazon.com, or you can go to russhedge.com/buybooknow, and you can get it on my website as well. So now I'm done. Okay, so we're going to bring Ingor in and get the show started. There she is. Woo! With her copy of the book. Yes, I talked so long she had time to grab her copy. Hey,
Morning,
how's it
Russ.
going?
Good. How are you?
I am so good. So good. I am just blessed in spite of crazy schedules and all the things going on this morning. You are here to restore order and get me on track. So,
Yeah.
hey, you know what? Thanks for being here. I really appreciate you. And of course, I know the incredible, amazing things you're doing. But for those one or two people in our audience that don't know, give everybody a snapshot into Ingor's world and what you're up to.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Ingor, and I'm known as the networking ninja. The reason why is because I teach a process of learning to network in just 12 minutes a day. So, besides that, I also have a live show, and Russ has been my guest previously. And my live show is called Inspiration from Ingor, where I speak mostly about networking and the power of Ubuntu, which means I am because we are. So thank you Thank you, Russ, for having me on. It's a privilege and a pleasure to be here.
Well, I always enjoy our conversations, and whether we are on air or off air, you're always a blessing to me. And so I want to thank you for that, first of all, from the bottom of my heart. But, when you first, I want to talk a little bit about live streaming. I was talking about the experience and what Scott and I are all about. This program is all about how amazing people connect, and you're definitely one of those amazing people. We got connected. I can't remember how now. I don't know if it was the global tea break or where we actually initially got connected, but because we're both very active connectors. And you have utilized live streaming like we're doing here to really connect with people in more ways than one. Talk a little bit about that and how you overcame your fear of video.
Well, I've always hated video, and I still do. But I love people more.
Liar.
No, really. I love people more, and for me, video, it's just a a way for me to connect with people on um, a less superficial level, should I say? So on just a deeper level. That's why I embrace it. Yeah, I still hate video, and by the way, we met through Gail Robertson. So shout out to her. She was on your show, and that's how I came to know of you. So always
Well,
great.
so actually, ultimately, it was the global tea break because that's how I met Gail initially. Yeah, it's crazy. Connection's a crazy thing, and I don't think people a lot of times realize the power of just getting to know people. When I was initially in sales and marketing, people would say I would watch people walk right by the person that would welcome them, whether they were, I don't know, whether they're the administrative assistant or the receptionist, whatever is appropriate to call them, whoever they are at the front desk, right? They would walk right by them to whoever they wanted to talk to. They'd ignore them, right? Or they would look at them in a negative way. And sometimes, how do you not acknowledge people, number one? But what if this wonderful young lady with a big smile, or a young man with a big smile at the front desk, knows the president of Nike, knows the president of, you don't know who they know, you don't know what they do. And what I mean by that is when you meet people, like when my good friend D. Scott Smith, who I've been friends with for years, I met him through a networking thing years ago, even though we went to college together and graduated together. We didn't know each other back then. But then he introduced me to the Global Tea Break. I met Gail. Through Gail, I met you.
Yeah.
And life has never been the same. You're an amazing friend. And so you never know how you're going to meet people. And I've got friends on right now. Luke, who's in the comments, amazing connector. Nancy, who's part of the Global Tea Break 2 that's with us today. Oh my goodness, talk about a great friend and a great connector as well. And all of these people just add value to your life, right?
Absolutely. For me, you know, we all have heard the saying that we are the sum of the five people around us. Well, I am I'm a great believer in Ubuntu. And Ubuntu means I am because we are. And I take it a little step further than the five people, because what I believe is that I am the sum of everyone that I've encountered along my life's path, as well as all the experiences that I've had. So everyone that's here watching and watching live, that's commenting, the people that I just met and had a brief encounter with, all of them contribute to what I am today. Because you don't know, like you say, you don't know what you will get from making that connection with someone. They may not be um, someone in a high position, but they could be a gateway, because it's all about the people that they know, that they know, that they know, right?
Yeah, because it's all about people. And
Yes.
I know this translates to podcast, so it's an audio podcast. And years ago, someone told me, "Yeah, you should never really mention the people on live stream. His name shall remain nameless." D. Scott Smith. Anyway, but you know what? I'm mentioning these people because we're talking about connection. We're
Yeah.
talking about, adding value to life. Liz, who's amazing. And it's so great to see you, Liz, who's a great friend of both of ours. Yes, definitely. For sure. Love you, Liz. And so, and Gail's on. I mean, these people have just enriched our lives, and they add so much value, every person. And you know what? It's not about me. I learned this later in life, really. I learned it's not about me. I wish it
No.
was, because we are our favorite subject, right? and But it's about other people. It's about caring for other people. I love the John Maxwell quote that says, "People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care." If you don't care and connect with people, you can spout business stuff all day long and nobody really cares. The
Yeah.
reason people tune in today to watch you, Inger, and maybe watch me, I think they tuned in for you mostly, is because they care, right? And our good friend Alan Hennessy's on, one of the founders with our friend D. Scott Smith of the Global Tea Break, an
Yeah.
amazing man. And,
Amazing.
I mean, how crazy this world is. So I'm thinking the other day, I can be on the phone driving between towns in Oregon, talking to Alan, who's in Dublin, Ireland. I
Wow.
can jump off the phone and be texting my friend Usama, who is in Cyprus in the Middle East. I can then go home and call D. Scott Smith, who's right here in Oregon, jump over to Houston, Texas, and talk to my friend Cami. I mean, I could be all around the world in minutes, and it's an amazing thing. And that is the power of connection. And when we all come together, like you said in Ubuntu, we rise together. We are better together. We make each other better.
We absolutely do. And people would like to see the situation that we're in right now. I would like to think that we're recovering from the pandemic, but hey, who knows? And we like to see that as a negative thing, but so much positive has come from it. So much rebirth has happened. And it's given us the opportunity to connect with people globally. Whereas before, yes, we used Zoom, but it was just for meetings sometimes, right? Now it's used on a much bigger scale than ever before. And it enables us to connect and speak to people all over the world. Some of my best friends don't even live in in 100 miles from me, right? So it's just crazy. But yeah, that's the
It,
life that we're living today.
yeah, it is crazy. I mean, you're in another country, you're in Canada, right? And I my side of the friendship, I consider you an awesome, incredible friend. And
Yes.
yet we have never been in the same room. But we have via video. It just shows the power of that because I believe that we can get to know each other. We can build friendships and relationships
Yes.
via video, and it you don't have to be. And it's just with technology today, it's crazy. So we bring this all the way back to live streaming. One of the first people that I used to watch too was Alan Hennessy, who's on today. And Alan is an amazing live streamer. I
Yes.
felt like I was on the Emmys when he asked me to be on his show. I mean, it was like amazing, right? And what happens too is you build these friendships. Alan and I are incredible friends, and what happens is when I had a struggle, actually, first time I had COVID, I needed a couple guest hosts. And who was right there in line but my friend Alan's like, hey, no problem, man. I'll take care of one of your shows. He guest hosted on one of my shows. And I've had other people from other parts of the world guest host on shows. And it's just crazy great how you build those relationships and connections. And they are developed, a lot of it through not just Zoom and video messages, but through the live streaming network that we have.
Yes. Honestly, all these people that are here in the comments, I met because of online life, whether it was through LinkedIn, whether it was through a community that I'm part of, you know, all of them that I see here today Elizabeth and I are very close, but she is not here. I've never met her in person. Even you, like we've never met, but I can support you. We can build a relationship. We can communicate with one another, and it's really a privilege because if you think about it, I can tell you, my husband's parents moved here in the late 70s, and they moved to Canada from South Africa. And at that time, it was so expensive to be able to call home that they only maybe spoke with their family once or twice a year. So, what we have today is a privilege and it's a blessing, really. Last week I had Alan Hennessy, who's in Ireland. I had him on my show, right?
I've heard of
And
him.
oh
He
my
sounds
gosh,
familiar.
yeah. If you haven't heard of him, if you haven't connected, connect with him. He is an amazing person, amazing friend. He gives so much value and you can learn so much from him. So thank you, Alan, for being my guest and thank you for the value that you brought and that you continue to bring. It's amazing to see.
Well, he's actually in the credits of our show because originally, when Scott and I, the first actual live stream that we did, Alan was already live streaming. The first live stream that I did was with Scott, was the Experience Live with Russ and Scott. We started that now, going on a year and a half ago. And who was right there but Mr. Alan Hennessy's like, here, I'll help you with the background. I'll talk you through some things because I had to jump on. People say, well, I can't do that because I don't know how to do it. Oh my goodness. I jumped on, hit the live button, and figured it out as I went. I mean, Alan had given me, and Jim Fuse had given me some ideas, and I'm producing the show. I'm doing everything. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm figuring it out as I go. And that is, I really encourage that. You don't have
Yes.
to have all the answers, right? What's that
Well,
quote that says, we don't see the whole stairway. All you have to see is the next step, right? It's
yes.
one step at a time. You learn, you grow. And really, when you mess up, people kind of like that. They think, hey, they're just like me. They mess up too.
Yes, it makes you more human, and it allows people to just connect with you. By the way, Chrislyn, who is in the comments, she is the only person out of everyone that's commenting that I've met in person. um, and she's my cousin. So, hi, Chrislyn. Thank you for being here. Back to live streaming, I have to tell you, and I'm gonna remind you of the first time that I was ever on your show. And you, I think towards the end, you said either it was at the end of the show or offline, where you said to me, "Oh, have you ever thought about having your own show?" And I thought you were crazy. Of course, now I have my own show. And it was a seed that you and other people have planted and helped me to cultivate. And I'm so grateful for that. But, with regards to live streaming, when I jumped into my first live stream, I knew nothing. I actually made a mistake right on air. I wasn't able to, I had the overlay on top and I didn't know how to switch to my video. Um, and if you go back and watch my very first episode, you'll see that it's still there. And it just makes me a human being, right?
Right.
Because none of us are perfect.
No, you're right. And that, the, oh, I'm getting a little bit of echo all of a sudden. Do you hear that?
Yes, I hear that.
Ah, okay. Well, we may have to make an adapt on the fly. So you talk and I will adapt. Go.
Oh my gosh. Well, now if you're seeing this, guys, this is live and we're not editing it. This is an unedited version of Russ's show. But let's go back quickly to this. If you haven't read this yet, if you haven't bought your copy, please go ahead and do so, because it's just to support our friend, and you get to learn a little bit about him and how he has overcome being befuddled and to live the life he chooses. And maybe you can do that too. Are you good?
Hello, hello. Did I get rid of that? No.
I
That's
think
what
it's
you
your
want.
microphone.
You know why? That's because this isn't working. Okay. Did I get rid of it now?
No, still.
Okay, keep talking, Ingrid. Here we go. We're going to show people how to overcome things. Here we go. Keep talking.
Okay, I'll keep talking. I'd like to acknowledge some people that are in the comments. So I can't click on them, but I'd like to acknowledge the people that I see here. So again, hello to you, Gail. She says she's at her trade show and just stopping in to say hi and show up. So thank you for being here, Gail. David Chrysler, hello to you. And hello, Katie McDermott. Thank you. She's one of my recent connections. And if you're not connected to Katie and you want to learn about manufacturing, she is a manufacturing enthusiast. So definitely connect with her. Nancy says, two of her favorite people. Thank you, Nancy Backy, for being here. Nancy is in Montreal, Canada, and she and I have also not met in person, but she's also an amazing connection. And again, like if you are here in the comments, connect with one another. You're all part of Russ's amazing and awesome network. So for sure you can get some value from each other. Let's
Yes.
check your oh. Mm-mm.
It still didn't work, huh? I have no idea why that's happening. Very weird because I even changed my ears and yeah, very strange.
I don't know if it's your ears, but your maybe the black microphone that you have in front of you.
Yeah, which is really weird. I mean, this is really good microphone. This has never happened. So we are learning on the fly. Okay, keep talking, Inger. I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, I am co-hosting, I guess. So thank you everyone for being here. Alan says he loves being live, and there's somebody that's on YouTube, life coaching from the Deep Voice Man. And he says each person knows 250 people on average. Thank you for being here. Yes, let's connect with one another and connect each other with our connections too. Go ahead, let's try.
I went straight to my MacBook.
Oh no.
And it's still doing it. I've changed speakers. I've left. I've come back. Wow. This just goes to show you never know with technology. You never know. And why it does this when you change speakers, I have no idea. Ingor, you're a great co-host. Keep talking.
Oh my gosh. Well, and let's just keep going through the comments. I see Nancy says, "Oh, Russ, you're the best." And Elizabeth Ndungu says, "Networking is awesome." It certainly is. And if you haven't bit the bullet and started with networking, you should. You never know what you will uncover and who you will become as a result of the people that you meet. I can definitely attest to that. When I saw Russ and a few other people in my community that were able to write books, I then said to myself, well, you know what? I can do it too. If they can, so can I. So let's hear if your audio is okay now.
Hello.
No.
Is it working? Oh, wow. Well, you know what? I've changed speakers. I've changed everything but the camera. And I don't think the camera is going to make a difference.
No problem.
So there you go. First time this has ever happened that I haven't been able to solve it. It's crazy.
It's okay. We can have a part 2.
We're going to have to do that. And Ingor, I'm going to let you wrap up the show and thank everybody so they can hear you.
Okay. To everyone that's been here and made comments and supported this show, thank you so much. And thank you to the sponsors of this show as well. We appreciate you. And please tune in again. Russ will be live again on Monday at 8 a.m. PST with this specific show. I lose track of the different shows that he has, but he's definitely an inspiration and an inspiration specialist. So thank you. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And thank you, Russ, for this opportunity. Always happy to jump in. And for everyone that's out there, happy last day of Women's Month. Know that we appreciate you and that we're so grateful for all the contributions that you make to build a better society for our children to come. So be blessed and take care.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.